Like I said in the morning, it's a very sensitive topic. Thank you to us, Betty Odunuga. Thank you. Welcome back. That's the right word. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God. People are so eager to come on board. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. Yes. You have to start inviting people to come on straight away. Let them come. Let us have some numbers of people on before we start our topic. Let's have people on quickly. We're gonna be here for some time. So, oh God, God. Yes. We're going to be having, it's going to be a long one, to be honest with you. Long one. Long one. Not that long, but in terms of, yes. What's wrong in paying tithes? What's wrong? What is the problem? What's wrong? What is the causes? What are the causes and the blessings attached to paying tithes in church? Must I pay? Why is it compulsory? Why is it necessary? Why is this absolute? It's not about keeping out. Forget about that. You understand? What's wrong? I want you to shed your light here. I want you to bring in your topic. I want you to bring in your understanding, your ideas. What is the problem? Why are we having turbulence in terms of whether paying taxes is right or wrong? What exactly is going on within the church community nowadays? What do we do? Do you understand? What do we do? What do we talk about? How do we go about it? I think it's about time that we start speaking and speak our mind. Individuals are entitled to speak their mind, and nothing is preventing you from doing so. So nobody should even prevent anyone. So if you have your opinion, please keep to yourself. Don't tell anybody to keep out of the church, religion, please. Don't tell anybody. I'm not going to accept that. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. They are entitled to the debate. They are entitled to sharing their topic. Everyone is entitled. Freedom of speech. Where is it put? Where is it inserted? And why is it taken away from people? Why are people being deprived of their freedom to speak? So it's about time that we should look into that and let people understand that every individuals are entitled. They are entitled to speak their mind. Tithes in paying tithes in church. At what stage is it right? At what stage is it wrong? Join me live now if you're there on 07908 628240. My name has been changed to Kumbolagbaye. At what stage would you say is right? At what stage would you say is wrong? It's a very provocative one. A very provocative one. At what stage? Tithe. I'm looking at some people, who speaking carefully about the issue of paying tithes, and I've been trying to interview people in between that have come to me today. I asked them, what is your opinion? What do you think about paying tithes in church? Everybody's referring me back to the Old Testament, which I know about Malachi 3:10. Don't say pé máa ṣe já Ọlọ́run lólè o, rántí Málákì orí kẹta ẹsẹ̀ kẹsàn-án dé ìkejìlá, èyí ni ohun tí Ọlọ́run pa láṣẹ. Máa ṣe já Ọlọ́run lólè o, san ìdá mẹ́wàá rẹ. So when you are asked to pay your tithe, at what stage are you supposed to be under pressure in paying tithe in church? Offerings is not the same as tithe. Don't mix it up. Offering is completely different. When you are doing offerings, they're not the same as when paying tithes. They're different. In the Bible, it's saying that 1% or 10% of what you have put together, that's what a lot of people believe, 10%. But I'm going to quote Bible to you today and see exactly what God is saying, what is coming out. You understand? But before we move into scriptures and look into that area to back our argument up, I am a lawyer, don't forget, I'm not a pastor. So don't get carried away. But one thing is that as a lawyer, I am entitled to my opinion on legal arguments, isn't it? But when you are bringing an argument out, you must be able to back it up under law. But this time around, the law of what we are looking at is the law in the Bible. The law in the Bible. That's what we want to rely on. So, scripture-wise, at what stage would you say it makes sense? And at what stage would you say it's not a blessing anymore? That is a curse. Join me if you're out there on 07908 628-240. We're talking about the issue of paying tithe. We're talking about the issue of paying tithe, you know. Tithe is different from offerings. Don't forget. And tithe is also different from when you are levied, when you are being put to force, when you are forced to pay a certain amount of money. They are not the same. So don't mix the Wangu English together. The English is completely different. Tithe is a different ball game entirely. When you pay tithe, it's different. When you are pay offerings, you know, give money to church, it's a different matter. If you're happy and God, you have promised God that something happen, you get this thing, you give money, you do this to church, it's a different ball game entirely. What I want us to concentrate on, to look into, is the issue of paying that tithe. A lot of people are saying that, oh, I don't pay tithe anymore. And even some people are even saying that pastors are wrong to collect tithes. Many are saying that they are not wrong to collect tithe. It depends on what they are using it for, because tithe is in the Bible. Pay your tithe, but at the same time, without taking you away, you know, you say what is wrong about tithing. About Malachi 3:10. Malachi 3:10 is saying that. Let me go and read it from the scripture itself generally, so that you will know that I am not a pastor, but on the legal argument of it, we are all educated. So we should know what to say and how to go about it when it comes to legal arguments. You know, he said, bring the full amount of your tithes to the temple, so that there will be plenty of food there. Put me to the test, and you will see that I will open the windows of heaven and pour out on you in abundance all kinds of good things. I will not let insects destroy your crops, and your grapes wine will be loaded with grapes. Then the people of all nations will call you happy, because your land will be a good place to live in. That is Malachi. Malachi 3 verse 10. The Lord is saying that bring the whole tithe to the temple. Bring the full amount of your tithe to the temple, so that there will be plenty. Bring the full amount of your tithe. What is the full amount of tithe? What is the full amount of tithe? How do you determine it? In contrast to that, Matthew 23, look at Matthew 23. In contrast to Malachi 3 verse 10, Matthew 23:23, it's also saying, Matthew 23:23, let me read it to you, because I don't like people, you know, quoting or talking without quote, rather, or talking without backup. Oh. Old Testament is Jewish tradition and not Christian doctrine. Sam Olu, what do you mean by that? Hold on a second. You don't even know my opinion first. So I'm enjoying what you guys are saying. Because you don't know what is in my mind. I'm giving you a topic and we are debating on it first. But you don't even know what is in my mind. Now, in contrast to Malachi 3:10, Matthew 23:23 is saying, Matthew 23:23. Let's quickly see what Matthew is saying. Yeah? Matthew 23:23 is saying, look at it. How terrible for you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give to God a tenth, even of the seasoning herbs, such as mint, dill, and cumin. But you neglect to obey the really important things of the law, such as justice and mercy and honesty. This you should practice without neglecting the others. Did you see? Did you hear that? If you look at Malachi, that is what everybody believe. That is what everybody look at. Malachi, yeah? But in contrast to that, specifically Jesus mentioned in Matthew, New Testament, how terrible for you, you teachers of law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you give to God a tenth, even of the seasoning herbs, such as mint, dill, and cumin, but you neglect to obey the really important things of the law, such as justice and mercy and honesty. This you will practice without neglecting the others. So, the scripture is saying that even though everybody is crying on tenth, But Jesus Christ in the New Testament is saying something differently. I am not a pastor, don't misquote it. You understand? It's the same thing. This is Bible we are quoting. This is the Bible we are quoting. So, how important is exactly that tenth that you pay, the tithe you pay in church? How exactly it is? Now, in going around and seeing what people have been saying, a lot of people have been telling me, a lot of people are saying that, for example, a lot of people are saying that there's nothing bad in paying tithe. Some are saying that it's absolutely nonsense, it's jargons, because people are under pressure to pay. That's why he's saying that it is wrong because people are under pressure in paying that tithe. How do I mean? Why would people be under pressure to pay tithe? Now, if you are not working and you are not earning, there is no obligation for you to pay tithe. And tithe must be something that comes from your mind within. In Church of England and other normal churches in the United Kingdom and other Western world, nothing is called tithe. You pay according to your capacity. You pay according to how happy you are. You pay according to how you feel. Your left hand must not see what the right hand is doing. And your right hand must not know what your left hand is doing. That is it. You understand? That is it. Do you understand? So the issue we are having here is that at what stage can anyone come out and say that tithe is important, they have to pay it? Because a lot of people are under pressure. And you see, when you are paying tithe, yeah, you got to understand how to pay tithe. I'm listening to some American scholars, American pastors, scholars, I'm listening to them. And among them, they are basically saying that when you are taking tithe, it's got to be gross, not net. It's got to be your gross. Do you understand? It's got to be your gross, not your net. How do you get your gross? In the first instance, if you are working for me, the tax is deducted already before I give you your pay slips. So how do you do it? So the money you have paid to the government already, which is your tithe, are you going to pay second again to your pastor? On the second phase of it, are you going to repeat it again? Because don't forget, you have paid tithe already to the government, to the collectors, tax collectors of that country, which is United Kingdom. Because before your pay slips is issued, the gross income will have been deducted. The tax have been deducted from the gross income. So there is no way you can pay tithe correctly. The time you pay tithe correctly is when the tax is deducted. It's the tax you have paid to the government. That is where you are getting the correct figure. The moment tax have been taken from it, the taxes, the income, the NI contribution, and the other taxes, yeah, you will not be able to give your tithe correctly. You will not be able to give your tithe correctly because tithe, it is not a net of your income. It is the gross. Net of your income is when it has already been taken. So you got to tithe on all income, not after you have taken out taxes. Kedunko. You understand? Net tithe. It is after when you have taken. It is before you have taken the money. You have paid taxes. And how would you do that? Because no employer will allow you to have your gross income when you are not a self-employed person that will be responsible for paying tax, to pay all the taxes yourself. So before salaries are out, I have to make sure that the government deducted all the taxes first before issuing the pay slips. So how do you do it? I'm on 07908. Many people pay through net, not gross. Thank you, Prince Adesheye. Oh, Michael. That's it. Oh, yes. A lot of people pay through net. A lot. Even in the Bible, it says, even it says all. It doesn't say you have to deduct some. Even it says that all. Everything. The problem people are having in the modern day society is our debate. We don't have problem with the scriptures, but it is a modern day society that we are having problem with. The way it's being collected and the uses of it. This is what makes people get angry. This morning, as part of my first interview with one client, categorically that client told me that she's not ready to be paying taxes to any pastors because those pastors enriches their pocket and lives a luxurious life. And those who are paying those taxes are struggling. They are struggling. They cannot find the ends meet. Yes, they are under a kind of influence that they must pay. But at the end of the day, when it's paid, the whole idea of paying it is to use it to build the house of God. If it's truly, it is an house of God put together for God, for the Spirit of God to enter. That is what it's supposed to be. When you pay taxes, it's supposed to be utilized for the building, for the work of God. In fact, in a proper modernization church, those tithes will be used to pay salaries of the Levites. You know, those tithes will be used to pay salaries. But where have we got it wrong in today's modern day world? Where has it gone wrong? Why would percentage of people saying that they don't believe in paying tithes? And why would people say yes, it's the right thing to do? Okay? Exactly. So that's the situation. At what stage? Because the debate has not gone round. There's so much fight on the social media, especially on YouTube. People were attacking each other. Leaders were attacking. Pastors were attacking. Scholars and academics, they were attacking. Everybody is attacking. When you are responding and you are replying, it means you are an hypocrite. You know, pay your tax and not tithe. Fantastic, fine. Why not? Why not? But the bottom line is, where have we got it wrong? That makes a large numbers of people in the society now thinking twice before giving their taxes. In today's topics and what I'm checking with people were telling me categorically in my office when I was interviewing some clients today. They were actually telling me that they don't believe in paying taxes because some people were using it to buy clothes. Some were using it to do fantasy life. Some were not even using it to equip the scriptures. You know, because when you are getting tithes, you have to use it to rebuild the church, to get the books in the church, the Bible, the hymns, the drum sets, everything that church would need. Not for fantasy. Not for fantasy. Not for building your residential home. I understand that you eat from where you work. There is an idea that says, that is, I have no problem in that. There is no doubt. If you think about it, but lákòókò tá a wà yìí ó dàbí ẹni pé àwọn ènìyàn ń ja Ọlọ́run lólè. Àkókò tá a wà yìí ó dàbí ẹni pé àwọn ènìyàn ò ṣe òtítọ́ pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run mọ́. Ìrìn àjò tá a rìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ on this modern one, it looks as if people are deceiving God. They are fake, they are not true. And look at the book of Isaiah. I am not pastor, don't mix up. Don't mix up, I'm a lawyer. But I'm dealing with my talk show and I can talk about anything on my talk show. The moment I'm coming out and it is not legal, immigration matter I want to talk about, I can pick up any topic that comes to the mind. Look at Isaiah chapter 1 verse 15. I want you to understand God so that people will not continue to be deceived by things of this planet and get carried away thinking that they are doing God favor. You're not doing God's favor. You're doing yourself a favor if you worship God diligently with truthful mind. Yeah? With truthful mind, you're doing yourself a favor. But let me tell you, in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 15, I want to quickly take you there. The Lord is saying categorically here. Yeah? It's saying categorically. Oh, thank you. Yes.
She's happier now.
Okay, all right. Yes. In Isaiah chapter 1 verse 15, look at what God says. When you lift your hands in prayer, I will not look at you. No matter how much you pray, I will not listen. For your hands are covered with blood. Wash yourself clean. Stop all this evil that I see you doing. Yes, stop doing evil and learn to do the right thing. See that justice is done. Help those who are oppressed. Give orphans their rights and defend widows. And defend widows. Give orphans their rights and defend widows. How many churches of today use those tithes to defend widows, to give orphans their rights? Did you hear what God says in Isaiah 15? Isaiah 1 verse 15. He said, you will pray, you will pray, you will cry to me, I will not hear. It's part of what we are talking about tithes. Where is the money going to? That's the question. And how are you sure you that are paying, that you are paying it rightfully? Church of England does not emphasize that you must pay tithe. Offerings is important, but they're not even emphasizing on it. It is up to you to decide whether you want to pay your offerings or not. But all I know is that once you work in the house of God and you help people that are underprivileged and you assist others, no matter how hard it may be, God will never leave you, because it's exactly God wanted. Help your neighbors. Serve the underprivileged. Let them eat. Let them be happy. Let them be blessed. I'm on 07908 628240. Hello? I'm on 07908 628240.
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, is that Lawrence?
I am.
Thank you for bringing this issue.
Thank you.
In my own opinion, to be honest with you, the issue of tithing, all our churches today, is a little bit, it's a big controversy.
It is very, very controversial. Very, very. And I cannot agree less.
The church nowadays, you cannot really physically stand up when people are discussing the issue of tithe because of the way people will look at you or people will stigmatize you. So in cases like that, I prefer to keep myself to myself. And my own issue about tithing is not yardstick to make a level. That is number one. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, it's not a yardstick to make heaven. And even if you look at the people that were paying tithes in the Old Testament, they didn't pay, in the value of money. No, maybe I've not done my research to that level. They brought, when people, harvest things on their farm, they bring it to the house of God, because the Levites, they were not working, they devoted themselves to the work of the Lord. And because these people were not working, they don't have time to go to work, people that were under their, ministration or ministry, they need to feed them. And that is what the Bible is, so that there will be meat in my house. Then think about it. When you go to church or to, the place of worship, you are being blessed. Think you should say something back, which I agree with that. But we shouldn't come to the time of, cursing people or, cursing them or, citing people to the fact that you have to pay tithe. If you don't pay tithe, the curse is on you. If you have your money, fine, pay. I pay my tithe, but, I look at my circumstances and I pay my tithe. If it is not convenient, for example, if I'm going to pay the medical bill for my mom, or for somebody that is in need, I won't pay it, because I, in my head, in my own idea, I have done what is good in the sight of the Lord. I'm not going to, go in hospital bill and look at the tithe and take my tithe to church. This is my personal opinion, and I don't care what anybody says about it.
That's it.
But in my own opinion, people should should wake up now and read the Bible themselves. They shouldn't let anybody bamboozle them with what is not, because even the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Where we come from, people are so emotional because when you need something, you need it, and people can work on your emotions. But to me, the issue of sight is individual. If I have it, I pay. If I don't have it, I will look at things that will not put me into trouble first. Because, for example, if I haven't paid my council tax, if I haven't paid my bill, if I haven't done this, I won't, use that money first to go and pay my side. Because I know if I don't pay my bill, I end up in court. So it's all individual, and people should just wise up. That's all I can say.
So your belief is about individual belief. Your opinion is about individual belief. There is no right or wrong answer, but it depends on your situation and it depends on your view.
Yeah, I'm not going to enforce the payment of tithes. But even if I sit under any pastor's ministration and it's casting me because I'm not paying tithes, I'm going to walk away from that ministry. I'm going to walk away. If I come to church happy, you don't send me back home with curses. It's between me and God. And there is no way in the Bible that says if you don't pay your tithe, you're going to end up in hellfire. If I see somebody that hasn't got any money to give, and I've got my money for tithe, I'd rather use it to help people that is suffering, because to me, I have a duty of care. I think about what people are using the tithe to do these days. You cannot even wash their shoes. You people that are paying this tithe, you cannot clean their shoes. You cannot send your children to the same school they are sending their children. Your money that you invested, your children are not being opportune to go to the same school.
That's it.
You cannot,
welcome on board, Adiola Rogers.
So, you don't even have an Okada, and people are flying jets all around, all because of ministry. No. I don't care what people say. People, they are entitled to their opinion, but this is my personal opinion about the issue of tithe. So it's all the way you feel. It's all what your pulse is telling you. And God is not a bad God. God is always merciful. God cannot say because you don't pay tithe, I will not bless you. Bill Gates, is he even a Christian?
Exactly.
Has he not been blessed? Dangote on all these people, tell me. So it's just, it's high time people just get knowledge. That's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. You see, like I said earlier on, individuals are entitled to their opinions, and there is nothing bad for anyone to put out their belief. Please, people's comments should not dissuade others to put their comments there. You're not being affected by anybody's comment. Put out what you believe, because a lot of people will come out there and read it. Caller's opinion, not a fact. That is her opinion. That is what she believes, and she's happy with it. Because when you go into an arena to worship God, you're not going there to go and look at what people are wearing or people are paying. You're going there to observe your God diligently. But when there is a huge pressure from the so-called pastor, the leader of that church, asking people to be paying taxes, let me tell you one thing in confidence. Some years back, I was in a church. I attended a church in England. And would you believe that the church in England here, I was invited, That pastor is asking people to pay tithe on the child, on the employment money that they are receiving, income support. He even said it categorically that even on your income support, you should be paying tithe. Does that make sense to anybody? Is that making sense? When a pastor is asking congregation to pay tithe on income support is only a little bit above the poor minimum poverty, what is it called, the UN level, just a little bit above it. Income support is the last money you want to live on. Not to now talk of when the pastor is asking you to start giving 10th of it, and it's not even enough for you and your children to survive on. I was in that church. I'm going to cover the parish, cover everything so that it will not link to anybody and people will not suspect which of the church I'm referring to. You understand? But it's in this England that the pastor is saying that come and pay your tithe on your income support, that he doesn't care. That he's not serving a dirty God. He buy his shoes from so place and so da. Don't let me use all mouths to talk about it. Let me cover that pastor with a shame cloth. Because I was in that church on that day and I felt so bad. Inside me, I was saying to people that were with me on seat that how dare he talking in this manner? Arrogantly in the church of God. How dare he speaking of this kind of nature? How dare he, say stuff of this manner? Yes, and it's totally out of it. How can a pastor be boldly requesting congregation that is not working, managing under the assistance of the welfare benefits law, asking that person to be paying 10% of what she's getting from the government to survive on? It's not right. Did you hear Adeomade? 15 years ago, she was told to pay tithe on her child benefit before she moved to CO of FE. He won't mention the name of the church. Of course, we just have to cover them with the cloth of shame. Not to mention whoever is doing that. But I think it's totally barbaric. It's boisterous. It's out of it. It shouldn't have been there. The purpose of a man of God is to show good example, is to lead us, is to tell us the right thing and the wrong thing according to scriptures. I was listening to a YouTube on Daddy Freeze. For the first time yesterday, I came across that guy called Daddy Freeze. And in as part of his antagonism conversation with another pastor, which I don't want to be mentioning, you understand, he was fluently quoting Bible. As far as you may seem very arrogant, you may seem like a psycho. You want to seem that he probably don't know what he's talking about. But believe me, he was quoting Bible perfectly when I stumbled into his YouTube yesterday, because he was on a grudge with pastors. He was on a fight with them. You understand? But he was quoting Bible to support his argument. And that's how we were taught in law. When you want to argue, you've got to back it up. Back it up. Hello? Hello? Hello, please go ahead. Hello? Do you understand? Next time, record a video and submit as evidence to HMRC or Charity Commission. And churches in England are not paying taxes. They're not paying a farthing. So if they realize £100,000 in a year from you guys, that goes into their pockets. Clearly. Apart from them paying the rent where you guys are staying, and I absolutely agree. Pay the rent, pay the electricity, pay bills. But it is 100% take home. 100%. They're not paying taxes. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. We're on a program right now.
Yes.
And our topic is what is wrong about tithe. What is wrong in paying tithes?
Yes. I want to contribute now.
Please go ahead.
I have a colleague at work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to use an example because I have.
Okay.
This colleague is in one day she was sick and she went to a pastor to support her in prayer, and the pastor asked her, where did you pay your that my colleague at work now.
Okay.
I need to hear pastor to pray for you. And I said, this statement is very bad.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm also tell my colleague that we don't pay your tithe here, and the pastor said it's not going to pay for you. You go and meet your pastor where you pay tithe. The opinion, when I tell people even in church that when they keep, you have to pay tithe, you have to pay tithe, and when they are doing that, now and then they look like I think and the one is not so lot about. They just people say, these days, it's just time. The preaching is no more about salvation anymore. And the salvation of our soul is the most important to God. Not tithe, and tithe. So now, if I thought you go and see, so when you pay the 10% in church, you are covered. The pastor. So my belief is that I do charity orphanage, widow, and things. I believe in that rather than paying tithe. So I do my offering. But when they are doing things like that, it's like when it's time for offering, cash or onto it. I think they are not paying the tithe. But I don't care. My own, I don't follow pastor to any church. I follow God. So that is just my own perspective, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, then. Thank you. It's on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. If you want to join into the debate and talk about it, greetings to you, Mrs. Ekpeme. Long time. Mr. Person around the subject, and I think it's a great for such as this should be used to discuss it. Cannot offer advice in any form. How can a teacher of the word cause and abuse people who think otherwise to him? Is that biblical? Is that biblical teacher? Be careful where you eat from. I don't eat from anywhere, and I don't give a monk about where you eat from. But I don't eat from anywhere. I don't even believe in anybody doing anything now other than pray to God and let God answer your prayer with fasting and prayer. Everything depends on your destiny. And your mother, your back, at the end of the day, no matter what the pastor does, it is what you brought to this world yourself that will guide you through. At the end of the day, do you understand? It is about time people realize who they are. Know your Bible very well and know how to fast with one mind. If you don't have a plain heart and you go in church and sleep there 100 hours and just say, badura, you're wasting your time at the end of the day. But I don't want to come to that now. What we are talking about is what is wrong in paying tithes. Hello? Yeah, please go ahead. I want to give you loud voice, okay?
Hello?
Yes, hi, go ahead.
It's about this tithing thing. It's about tithing.
Okay.
I would say I want us to go back to to how Christianity came. Christianity came from the white people to us. And then when we had the Catholic churches, the CMS, the Baptists, then I have reached an age now that I passed through those sets of people, the religion. There was no gun put on anybody's head to pay tithes. There was no hula baloo about paying tithes. It was very subtle. It was, I can't even remember, I attended the Catholic school, a Catholic secondary school, and we were made to attend Mass. I cannot remember when we were forced or when the word tithes or tithing came up in the sermons that the pastors gave. What we were learning then was heaven and hell. If you do good, you go to heaven. You do bad, you go to hell. But I looked at the ills of our society today in the African countries where whether Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, wherever. It was when all this new world of tithing came that we started having so much crime, so much that now we don't, because people will thief from the basis of the work. They will use their offices and take a tenth, what they call tithing. They will now take it and take it to the church. And then sense of competition started coming in. Because when somebody who stole 600 million is able to bring 66, I mean Nigeria, and it was all over the pages of the newspaper where the lady, an ordinary civil servant, had to pay tenths of the tithes of what she stole. Many other cases like that we have seen. Then it now brings you to say, where is the fear of God? Where is the fear of God in all this tithing? Like our beautiful and brainy lawyer just quoted from Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, we have blood. I would say, I'm sorry if I use the word blood. We all carry blood in our hands, and we are paying tithes. So who are we doing it for? And then these people we are paying these tithes to, have they got consciences themselves? If you even look at what they are doing in the churches today, these so-called pastors, these so-called babaladuras, these so-called police, these so-called Oludasiles, if you look at what they are doing today, you will just ask, God, where are you? So me, personally, I have a way of paying my tithes. I cannot be feeding a pastor and his family who can afford holidays. When in the church, I can see a woman, a widow, fatherless children, orphans who are hungry. A sick woman who needs money to buy paracetamol or malaria medicine, or, and then I will say I'm paying tithes so that people will see me dancing to the altar with my tithes envelopes. You understand? I have not read it in anywhere in the Bible where it says to me that if I don't pay, it encourages people to pay in the Bible. It just instructed. It didn't say if you don't do it, you will die. It didn't say if you don't do it, you will go to hell. You understand? So all this tithing thing, the way it's been bastardized, and I'm sorry, it's only we African countries, third world countries, because we are looking for miracle where there is no miracle. Because they believe if they pay these tithes, then they wake up the next morning without going to work and find a pot of money on their doorstep. So this is just what I have to contribute to it. It's been bastardized. The Roman Catholic, the CMS Church, the Baptist, the Wesley, whatever, when they came, there was nothing like this. It's when we Africans, anything we Africans handle, we just go over the top. So this is my contribution.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Bye. Like I said to you earlier on, individuals are entitled to their opinions, and I cannot see any reason why people cannot bring their opinion out in a very civilized society of powers that we are. Even if you are in Nigeria, you want to speak your mind, you can still speak your mind. To hell with somebody who will tell you that you are wrong to say what is in your mind. Because we are now in 21st century. We are not in 18th century, whereby it's ruled by Tudor. So you say your mind in a civilized world, it should be acceptable within the realm of it. Because you are not talking, you are not pinpointing, you are not mentioning people, you are talking generally, you are talking and debating with other people of the same class and caliber of your standard, who understand where you are coming from. So there is nothing bad in you verging your opinion, bringing out your opinion at this particular provocative topic, on this particular one. So please go ahead. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Yes. Lower your device now. Lower your device. Okay, all right. Okay, call me back. Yes. You see, when you come to call me, lower your device so that we can know who is talking, who is listening. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you for calling. We're on a program, whether it is wrong or what is wrong about paying tithe. That's our topic.
Yeah, paying tithe is not really wrong, but who receives it might be a big deal.
You see?
Because in the scriptures, the tithe are for Levites.
Are for Levites, yes.
And the Levites, they don't work.
And those are in Yoruba language, is that those one they call Omale Lefi? Thank you. God will bless you.
So whoever wants to receive tithe must be a full-time pastor. The only time the Levites work, there was famine in the land. So if your pastor is a doctor and you are paying tithe, you are not paying the right person.
If the pastor is a doctor,
he's a doctor,
and you are paying tithe to him,
and you are paying tithe to him, you are not paying tithe.
Okay, before you move further, provocative topic we are on today, and I want people to listen carefully. I love people like your standard that can explain things to us, because I'm going to question you as well. Now, you are saying that the money received are for keeping the Levites. Now, even if the pastor is a doctor, are you saying that it should be taken from his salary to pay those Levites?
Sorry, come again, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Now, the question is, because I know I'm speaking to people of my standard, so I don't have any problem in doing this dialogue with everybody that is listening out there. What we're saying now is that, as you are explaining to us now, we've just started, now you're giving us the very beautiful reason why tithe, there is nothing wrong in it. It depends on who is receiving it. But now, in further to that, you are saying that if the pastor is a doctor, then paying tithes to him is wrong. How? Because you said that the money is for the Levites. Those are the people that work in the church. They don't have money. So are you saying pastor should use his medical doctor salary to pay those Levites?
The pastor, the pastor I'm talking about should be the pastor of the church.
So he should be there full time.
If he's a full-time pastor, then he can take tithe. But if he's working, he's practicing, he's not entitled to be taking tithe from people, because he's working. He has his own means of livelihood.
He has means of livelihood.
Yes.
Okay. I am with you, my brother. I'm with you. The question is, are you saying he should use his medical doctor's salary? Or are you saying because he's a medical doctor, he's not entitled to be a practicing pastor?
There are other money coming to church, man, tithe. Offering is allowed. But the word tithe is the tithe itself is for the Levite. It's 10% of somebody's income. It's strictly for the Levite. The Bible is very much clear on that.
So how are we sure that those money are going to the right source? How are we sure that those tithes that are paid are being utilized for its purpose?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, even the tithe for the Levite, it's not only for them. God instructed them that they should take it to the farmhouse, that the food will be in abundance for the less privileged, like the food bank. So after taking it, even after the Levite having this money, it's not 100% there. It's not, the 10% is not there. I think they have to take 1% of that 10%. The 10% of that 10% again, and the remaining should be taken to the farmhouse for the less privileged. So that's a big deal. Paying tithe is not a crime, but to whom receive it is a big deal.
To whom receive it is a big deal.
Yes, God.
Wow. We're still on a long journey. We're still on a long journey. Because if I have my own church, and I am a lawyer, the way I am, and I run a church, so I after work I go to church in the evening, I do sermons, I do evening service, and on Sunday I'm there full time. Are you saying it's wrong to collect that tithe?
It's wrong to collect tithe. I will not pay tithe to your church. I will do offering, but I will not pay my tithe to you.
So are you saying I should leave my lawyer work before coming to do full-time pastor? Just tell the public now.
That would be a bad idea.
Okay, fantastic contribution. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll book appointments. I'll be at office to see you at some point tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you. Bye, dear. Bye. You see, you will dedicate your full time to the work. How do you know that I did not dedicate my full time to the work? Because I have other job that I'm doing. Am I not going to maintain those who are working for me in that church? I am just using a typical example. Do you understand? Am I not going to pay salary to those who are working there? Isn't it? You have already said it that it's for the Levites, and Levites are already working full time in church. And I am head of the church. I'm the owner. So are you saying that it is wrong? Join us live on 07908 628240. The question is, what is wrong about paying tithes? I haven't changed my name to Kumbola Agbaye. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Please, I want to say one thing. I mean, even two. And what I want to say, they are this. The guy.
Lower your device, sir. Lower your device. The
tithes.
Yes.
Are for the Levites.
The tithes are for the Levites. Okay.
Yes. But who are these Levites? Are they Nigerians? Are they Italians? Are they Americans? Are they British? That is one thing where we have to first of all look into and come to where are these Levites? Where are they? So that is one. Are you hearing me?
I'm with you, sir.
That is one. The second thing which I want to come out with is this. When we say tithe, which means 10% of what you are bringing in monthly, is it the net work? Is it the net pay you are taking? Or after you might have remove transport, remove this, remove everything, what remains is the 10% of that. Because this thing has been creating real havoc to my brain. I will be happy if you can explain this to us here.
You're asking that who are the Levites?
That is.
Does the Levites have to belong to a particular nationality and tribes other than for them to work in the house of God, sir?
No. What I'm saying.
We're looking at today's Levites.
Wait. What? Look, there is no today's Levite. Rule that one out. The Levites are the Israelites. They are the Levites. There are no Levites in Nigeria. So why are you collecting money that does not belong to the set of people the Bible said you should collect it for? My landed colleague.
Yes, sir.
I want you to look into this. The Levites.
Yes.
Who are they? Are they Nigerians? No. Are they British? No. So where there is no Levite, whatever you collect for the Levites is a fraud. It's a fraud. And that is it. Then even what you are collecting, you say if I earn £1,000 for a month, I should bring £100 to you. You must be joking. Because the £100, the £1,000 I'm collecting, there's transport I have to pay, there's house I have to pay, electricity, this and that. So at the end of the day, maybe it will remain only £200. I have to take 10% of that £200, not the 10% of the 1,000. I don't know if it makes sense. So this is what I want to contribute into it. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
So, I just want you to, please, if you can unravel it legally, or if you can unravel it psychologically, if you can unravel it religiously, I just want a clearance. And that is it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's only thank you. No answer.
No, it's okay. I'm still taking calls now, so I will not come necessarily to that conclusion now.
All right.
Yes, sir.
It's a conclusion. It's not a contribution.
It's your one is a contribution, and I appreciate it. Yes. Thank you.
All right, good. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You bring will be good.
Thank you. You see, the point is, when you people are referring to the Levites, there will be no traditional Levites or national Levites anymore. The Israelites are the ones that they have long gone. In today's modern churches and today's modern day, the majority of people they call Omele Lefi, is it not those people that walk around their pastors in church, carry their Bible and carry their whatever they are carrying? Are they not the one? The problem we are having, and we fail to resolve the problem in an affirmative way, is the fact that where is the money going to? Forget about whether Omele Lefi or not Omele Lefi. Accountability. Instead of people using the tithe to enrich their pockets and building mansion at Lekki, at Banana, at Victoria Island, and their Omo Ijo is rotting, or building schools that Omo Ijo cannot attend, it is against my belief, my opinion. We're not saying you cannot. If you do so, then account it. Accountability. We are not saying you shouldn't, because the Bible have already put it there. So whatever we find from the Bible, we believe is part of the Christianity. Whether it's modern day Christianity or longer ago Christianity, we are still tracing the same footsteps. And there is no way we can deviate from that, archaeologists, because it is belief that we were brought up with and we are growing up with. The question is the spending. Call spade a spade. I'm on 07908 628240. What is wrong in paying tithes? Tithe is not the same as offering, and it's different from the taxes you pay to the government of your country. Nail it. Go straight to the point. Anybody want to call in there? We're on 07908 628240. Stop beating round the bush. Because at the end of the day, forget about daddy freeze or not daddy freeze. Put that aside and let's go into academic debate. Forget about anybody calling anybody. Let's talk about something that is affecting opinions and affecting thinking out there. Let's go to the real value of the point. What is wrong in it? People are saying there is nothing. It is the way it's spent. So let's hit the nail on the head. Let's go straight to what we are talking about. We are not illiterate. We are academically high there. On this platform, I trust everyone here. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to contribute my
Bless you. Please go ahead.
my contribution to the issue of tithing.
Thank you.
If you look at the issue of tithing, it's much prominent in the African sector. And this has been really doing us bad because of lack of quality education. If you look at it, there's nothing wrong to give to the Lord. But the issue is, what is the money used for? Are you using the money in the right way? We need accountability. I'm ready to pay. I'm ready to give to the Lord. But I want my pastor to tell me what he is using the money for. Is he using money for to help the poor, the less privileged, the homeless in our society? These people I need to be catered for. This is where the money to be used. And this is what Jesus Christ stands for. It's not by buying jets, by bringing marshal, you know what I'm saying? They just mess Christianity in Africa. They just mess it holy. It is not fair. People are ready to contribute their money to the church, but we need accountability. I need somebody to tell me what is using the money for. Let the pastor talk to the people. Here are the people as the people contributing the money. They have the right to know where and where the money is being used. What are they using the money for? But in a situation where your pastor will tell you, no, you don't have the right to know. You don't need to, but they don't ask me. That is very unfair. That is very rude. That's why more and more people are not paying tithe. I personally am not paying tithe. I'm ready to pay everything. I'm ready to pay for the cleaning of the church. But when it comes to first tithe, I'm not there. It doesn't move me spiritually. It doesn't move me. Because people are using the money to buy chairs. For what? To preach the gospel when millions of people are dying in Africa. It is sad. This is not Christianity. It's part of the Christian. It is not at all. Everyone is not angry. You can see everyone is angry. God is even angry. See what is happening in Nigeria. What is happening all over Africa. Where other continents they are prospering. They are tapping into the goodness of God. They are using knowledge, using wisdom, everything. Only in Africa. It shows you are lazy. We are not ready to work. What's stop my pastor from working? What's stop everybody? Let everybody go back and start to work. Stop collecting for people. Stop collecting. It's unfair. Africa is not developing. We are not developing. We like to shit. We like to reap where we don't sow. Let the pastor that has been a medical doctor, let him start to practice. A pastor that is a nurse, let him know he or she start to practice. And so we can build a better society. Not collecting where you want to collect. Please, you want to collect. Okay, show me what have you done to contribute to the society. Nothing to show for it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Just like Nigeria as a case study. Nothing, absolutely. Christianity in Nigeria is in total mess. It's what we are saying, but people don't want to say the way they don't want to say the truth. We like to deceive ourselves. So the issue comes back to the issue of accountability.
Yes.
I want to pay, yes, okay. Yes. I want to give, you want to collect my 10%, fine. But pastor, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to use it for the less privileged? There's a lot of people in the society, they don't have homes, they don't have food to eat, nothing to put on, no jobs. Millions of people, not 100 million. So it's not an issue of buying chairs and I mean you want to commemorate the gospel. Which gospel? The internet is there. You can reach millions of people.
That is it.
Check all the continent, check Asia, Arabs, everybody they are tapping into the madness of God. You don't need to worship God because God bless you. Come on, God is so merciful. Look at billionaires over there. Are they church goers? They are not church goers. They are tapping into the greatness of God. Fearless. What you want to be done unto you, do to others. That is the basis of God. Not that you carry Bible, you go church from Sunday to January to December. At the end of the day, you multiply evil and all atrocities. Let's see what is going on in Nigeria as a case study, sir. How they mess up. How can mess up Christianity in Nigeria, collecting price and all those. We all have it. Nobody wants to talk about it. But everyone is watching. God is watching. So let's leave it that way. It all comes to accountability. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice one. Thanks. Bye. I've always been telling you, it is not only me that knows how to talk. Don't let me deceive you. No be only me waka come and talk. You see? No be only me waka come to talk. No be only me. Now many people they here now, they won't veg their opinion. It's all about opinion. At the end of the day, make we talk where would they go. Make we know the right thing and speak the right thing instead of brushing it under carpet all the time. The question is paying taxes. Tithe is not a problem, but where is it going to and how is this being spent? That's the rule of accountability. That's all we're talking about. We're not saying no. The Bible has already led it to us. They are the leader. It's a scripture, it's a literature book that is finest. So whether it's an Old Testament or New Testament, Nobody cares about that. The fact that it's coming from the Bible, we know that it's there. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I just want to contribute a little bit concerning the tithe.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, it's good to pay tithe to the church as long as, you know, they can use this money, you know, wisely and use it to look after the poor people in the church, the widow, the less privileged, the homeless, you know. That's my little contribution, because when they are using the money to be buying jets and be buying houses for themselves, that is wrong, you know. That's why everybody is angry. But for me, the church I'm attending here in the UK is owned by a white pastor. They go out there, they go to the prison, they visit the prison. They have a ministry for the homeless. They even have a kitchen where they cook food and sell food every Sunday to the homeless who they invite to come to the church. You know. And during the midweek service, they also feed the homeless that come to the church also. So for me, I pay my tithe because I believe that my mansion is being built in heaven. Without my tithe, my mansion will not be complete in heaven. You know, even though all these things are not in the Bible, some people have died, God has taken them out of their body and they've experienced heaven, and they see that the angels have stopped building some people's houses because they stopped paying their tithe and offering. Whether they believe it or not, I believe it. All these things are in the YouTube. People who God has taken out of their body, they've experienced heaven, and they come back and they are telling the story. So whether they like it or not, tithe is very important. Tithe and offering. It's not good to go to the house of God without you taking money. Unless you don't have. If you have, go to the house of God, pay your tithe. Once you're working, you should be able to pay your tithe to any church that you are attending, because the Bible said that we should bring in our tithe into the house of God so that there will be meat for the poor people in the church. You know, so that's my little contribution.
Thank you. Thank you.
We should not stop paying the tithe and offering. It's very important, because when you go to heaven, you just go to one corner and see that, because they have nothing to show for you living here and enjoying all that God has blessed you with. You know, so that is it. Thank you, ma'am. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, dear.
Bye.
Bye. You see, the point remains the fact that everybody is coming back to the same conclusion. What is the money being used for? Exactly. Everyone that have been speaking now, ever since we started, the same thing they have been talking. If you're paying it, if you're receiving tithe in your church, what are you using it for? Accountability is what is lying there. The bottom line is accountability. Everyone that have spoken so far, I have not seen anyone that spoke something differently. Everything they have talked about is all the same. They've all said something of same conclusion, like we say, same standards, similar thinking. Accountability. That's all everybody is saying. Who am I to say that it is wrong for you to collect your tithe? But you collect it and you spend it wrongly, God will punish you with it. Oh yes. Hello. Yes, hi. You understand? Hello. So I am not saying that I want to stop people from saying that they should stop people from collecting the tithe in their church. When people, please hold on. Earlier on, the man that called previously said that they use it to pay salary. And then if the pastor is a part-time, is a doctor working in the hospital or have a job, he's not supposed to collect it. If he's not supposed to collect it, is he going to use his salary to pay those Levites or Lefi in church? Is he going to use his salary? That's the question. You see, this thing we can never have the same opinion on it. It's not possible. But I want us to just carry on. And we leave it there. Those who want to uplift the video will lift it up and go and listen to it and make use of it. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, I'm here.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
It's a very, very interesting topic. I think that topic really causes problem with me and my wife sometimes. And I try as much as possible to tell her, look, we are now opened. Our eyes are now opened. And people are starting challenging the fact that what is this tithe just for? You see, I find it so difficult that especially blacks, I will not say African, but let me say African especially, We believe so much of all this. Touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. These are people like us. They have blood in their veins, right? If they ask to, I have no problem people paying tithes offering, but they should give us an account on how they spend this money. Now, are you telling me that they pay a pastor 30, or let me say 10 million naira a month because it's not working? And are you trying to tell me that if you look at the accounts of some churches, you will be afraid?
Jesus.
You will be afraid. When I say you'll be afraid, you'll be afraid. I've seen a church, a well-known church account, and it's over 400 million naira.
Jesus.
This is a small church, not a big one, a small well-known church, right? Because I do auditing for some banks, and the banks, they actually submit some accounts also. I've seen some big churches accounts over 13 billion naira.
Jesus. Really?
Yes. 13 billion naira. And you'll be saying that, will touch not my anointing. And the only person signature to this account is the head pastor and the GOs. I'm saying a secret to you, madam.
I can imagine so.
I've seen accounts of churches. I don't want to mention the churches, but I've seen accounts over. There's one I saw in London that we did an audit in London, right? And I'll tell you something. In London, I'll tell you an amount, and it will shake you. I saw an account of a church, a well-known church in inside London, the ghetto part of London, where the Hackney area. I saw over 200 and something million pounds in their account.
What?
Yes. You'll be afraid. But I don't blame people for challenging all this now.
Jesus
Are
Christ.
you telling me that pastors are paying 10 million naira a month? Are you telling me they're paying pastors 1 million pounds a month?
Jesus.
No. Now, the thing we are asking them for is there's a regulation body in this UK, and I think you know about it, like the charity organization that audits accounts.
Yes.
One account was closed down from a well-known pastor.
Jesus.
And he was afraid. Because he was not in Nigeria. So he diverted some of the money straight into his Nigerian account.
Jesus Christ.
And the accounts I'm talking about over 100 and something million pounds into his Nigerian account.
Jesus.
Saying that we're funding some buildings in Nigeria. So it is not scary. You see pastors driving big cars, driving good things. Are you telling me that it is salary they're using? Even a CEO of a company can't afford what they are doing.
At all.
A CEO of a company cannot afford even to buy a Rolls Royce, not to talk less of Bentley. So tell me, you see all these things, you see CEOs, they drive big cars. Yes, they have good salary, but most of them are actually taking my credit. But these pastors, they pay their things outrightly. Where are these tithes going into? And I'm sorry, even the black people, I'm not going to even specify Africans, we pray for money tonight. We fast over 365 days in a year. We are still not blessed.
That's it.
Look at Saudi Arabia, for example. They pray because of what? Because they have a giving heart. They keep on getting blessed and blessed and blessed. And that's why you see their country growing fast. Not because they have oil, because they are a nation that gives and help. Have you seen any Saudi Arabia? I'm sorry, madam, you're a lawyer, and I know you can testify to this.
Oh, yes, I've traveled Middle
Have you
East.
seen any Saudi Arabia in this country doing a dirty job?
At all. I lie.
Have you seen any Saudi Arabia even doing a good job?
They don't work.
They are here to just come and oversee their business.
I was in Qatar was it summer ago? Yeah. Yes.
Yes, and
The citizen in Qatar, they don't work. The government provide their needs. Good money.
To show you that I do travel around and I see things.
Yes.
I'm an auditor.
Yes.
Right? You can see from my number that I'm an auditor. If you look at I'm calling from a landline.
Yes.
Right? And I see things that go in a very, very wrong way, and I say, how can we in Africa or black people, how can we progress? Because when we keep on, if at the way, Ashimolowo tell every single of his member to fast for 365 days, they'll fast. And I'll tell you, nothing will change in their life.
Yes.
It's not a cost. It's not a cost, because if you fast and you don't have a good heart, then there's no point of your fasting.
That is it.
If you are fasting and you have no good heart, that your next door neighbor is suffering of hunger, lack of paying of school fees, or cannot pay his house rent, or is sleeping on the streets, then what's the point of you paying 365 days and you are telling God to help you? Please, and these pastors will keep on deceiving us. Pay your tithe. Pay your tithe. Tithe is an Old Testament.
That is it.
We are all being covered by the grace. All these new Pentecostal churches should be teaching grace, not old law, not Moses' law. They go and cherry pick from Moses' law, the one that suits them. They cherry pick things that they think they can actually walk upon, and they will actually convince people. Imagine someone telling you to come and sow a seed of $100,000 or $1,000. Who are you saying that seed to? I've never seen them saying that. Do you know what? I want you people to go and sow a seed to a homeless person. I don't come bring it to church. Where are they sleeping it to? When their money comes in, when they collect that money, who does that money go to? They can't give accounts to it. Madam, if I tell you some accounts I have seen, I will tell you something. I'm always scared. And I see Nigerians donating money. And the people are suffering. Look at this country that brought this religion to Africa. They don't pay as massive their tithe as they must. I'll tell you something, there's a church in around London, right? Is monthly takings are higher than a yearly Church of England in this country. Yes. Its monthly taking is over 1 million point something million.
Jesus.
What they take is higher than what the Church of England take in a whole year. It is scary. It is now time for Nigerians, Africans, black people to wake up. We need to wake up. This is no more 1888. This is now 2018. We need to wake up. I do auditings for big men, big directors, and big companies, and I see the accounts. I don't even. If you see some account, madam, I see if you see some accounts, you will be scared. I wish you can. It's just a breach of my contract for me to take a picture and send a copy for you to see that. You'll be scared.
I know.
You'll be scared. Over 100 and something million in someone's account, not naira, pounds. And you tell me that you keep on paying tithe every single day. And where is that tithe going to? You that you are dropping that tithe, and very, very sure you are struggling to even get to church. And you that even trouble, they tell me those when they tell you that someone gave the church a jet, and a single person gave a church a jet. That is a lie.
Exactly.
A blunt, fabricated lie. What they do is they generate funds from the church, put it into someone's account, and that person buys the jet and say he gives the church that jet.
Oh my God.
Too many things go behind closed doors. I said I wasn't going to call, but I said, no, this is something that we have to put a topic to. They will transfer some funds into someone's accounts in church, and the person will tell you, because the person has a legit business, right? The person will say, I bought this jet, or I bought this thing, I bought this house for the pastor or for the church. No. Those things come back from the church into the church again. So what they give the church, when they say they give to the pastor, does not go under the church name.
Jesus.
So that's why they say, oh, it was a gift from so-so person. It was a gift from so-so person. It's a bloody lie. I don't think anybody wants to buy a jet. How much does the person have? Even Bill Gates cannot even buy his daughter a private jet. Not to talk less his wife. Then you're now a man. And the most annoying thing is like, you go to church, you pray. Let's say, for example, you have a kidney or something problem, medical problem, right? And the doctor says you have to go through operation, right? You're a big man, right? And you go and meet the pastor pray for you, you know, you be healed, you be this, you go through that operation and everything, you go back to the church, you donate £1 million into the church, right? Now, the doctor that was on the surgery, on the board, opening you up, trying to make sure that you don't lose a breath, you only give the person a thank you card.
Try.
Is that life? I'm not saying you should give. I'm not saying you should give the doctor money because the doctor does not need that money. That is what they are there for, to save lives. And if you are a pastor that is praying for someone that is being gifted by God, free of charge, without God taking one penny from you, if someone comes to give you a 1 million naira check or 1 million pounds check, well, it's there for you to. You can tell the person go and donate it to the charity or one organization or one charity, but you take it because of the greed that grows in us. That is why you see, I'm sorry, and I will repeat it. You see the white people keep on growing, and the black people, they will keep on lamenting that, oh, we are this and we are that. Because what? Because our heart is dirty.
It's dirty. That's the English.
My father always says something. I'll run up with this thing. My father always say this thing. My father will say, how are you? You are dudu.
That's the same way my father said it.
That's so. Madam, if you say to my account, you want to go mad.
Try.
I stopped giving tithes. I was not giving money to the church over 4 years ago when I started doing auditing. And I looked at it and said, no, this is not right. This is not right. I only pray people will see things from Monday. People should also challenge themselves. I said, you know what? I don't want to give this money to the church. Let me go and give it to the homeless. And see how God will bless them.
Yes. Because it's in the Bible that we should recognize them.
They will not. They will not.
Underprivileged people. People in need.
We are ignorant. They've actually brainwashed us. Some pastors are brainwashed. They don't use juju, madam. They don't. It is just like them picking verses from the Bible to throw onto you, and you will not believe. They suck from the masses. If you look at the wealth of this world, the wealthiest people on this world, they suck from the masses because whenever, like for example, if you have a telecommunication business, like a mobile phone, obviously it's the masses that will use the phone, right?
Yes.
And that is how you generate your funds, and that's why money will come out from. Just imagine people giving out 100 pounds every month or every week. Just imagine about, let's say for example, 20,000 people giving 100 naira, 100 pounds. How much do you think that will be? That's close to like 200,000 pounds. So think about people that will still donate more. So it's scary. I just pray Nigeria, I just pray black people especially will open their eyes and see things done. The white people don't even go to church as much as we do to go to church. And they keep on getting progress. They progress more than us. We sleep in church. We sleep and die and drink and eat in church. Still yet we are still not blessed. Because our heart is dirty.
Right.
This type thing should stop. If they tell us to audit, because I think there's a scheme, I don't know, maybe you'll be aware about it. I think there's a scheme that government is trying to bring out. Now, all charity organizations start declaring their accounts.
Yes.
It should now be open up.
Yes, because it's coming to the Church of England. Yes.
Yeah, then they're still debating it.
Yeah,
right
they're
now,
still debating.
in the House of Commons.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm very sure they'll win that debate. because they know so many things are going behind.
They have seen so many, yes, yeah.
And that is why they want to start taxing the churches right now.
Exactly, because they get a lot of money from them.
Yes, they get. So my sister, that is the best from truth about
Now
it.
you are very intelligent. Now you're very intelligent. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Fantastic, without prejudice. Without prejudice. Wow. 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 That was a fantastic call. I actually don't know what to say. Many people that have been saying sort of stuff there, different stuff, will take this video and go and rewind it again and listen to this talk. Even me, mind is made up. Mind is made up. Kò sí oní church kan tó lè pè ní tó lè sọ pé báyìí mama wò ẹ́ níran ni pé you are a joker. Mama wò ẹ́ níran ni ẹ lè fi church jẹ mí lóje mọ́ o. You cannot use church to kó mi lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ mọ́. Lábẹ́ àṣẹ bó ṣe wù kó rí kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́. Kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ láíláí. Òkèlè gbígbẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn. Peace of mind. Peace of mind is what is mattermost. If the heart is dirty, you can cry from heaven to earth and call God. He has said he will not answer. Because your hand is full of blood and your heart is dirty. How long can people deceive God for? How long? Did you hear that brilliant caller of mine? Last time when I did a topic on IVF treatment, that's how I have that articulate medical doctor that comes in. I told you I have them on my lines. And they are silent watcher because they love what I am doing and they enjoy following me on. They are seeing me growing. They are following me progressing. They are following me. They are looking at me. That's why I'm cautious of what I say, how I respond to people. Because silence will be the best answer for the fool in most cases. Because of these people of caliber that I have on my line. I am not arrogant because I have respect for people. And I will not step on people's toes. But I said to you, because of people of this standard on my line, silent watchers, hold on, my dear, hold on. I'm very careful of what I say. Opinions, I know this will be provocating. But nevertheless, it has come by the heart and we have to come out and talk about it. Today, I wasn't expecting it this morning that the topic came to my mind when I was sleeping and I said, tithes. I looked at it again from another angle. He said, no, I want you to discuss it. Most of my topic comes in the brain. It doesn't come from anywhere. It comes from mind. It's like they give it to me. I say, go and discuss this. People need you there. You understand? I don't have to be a pastor before I receive information from God. So I am glad that we have eloquent people of you, these people, all of you on my line, caliber of you guys on this platform. Like I said, we should be cautious of how we talk to each other because we are all educated. That's the whole idea of having this platform. To meet with other people of your standard, your caliber, and share knowledge and standard. Look at him. He's an auditor, auditing big firms and churches. And he has seen so much. Kó má tiẹ̀ ti ṣìrí ẹ̀rù ń bà mí torí àwọn owó kan lè fọyàn lógún téèyàn bá rí inú bank account kójú má lọ fọ́ lórí owó tí ó kànyàn. I don't want to get blind on money that is not mine. When you are looking at almost 2 billion, 3 billion, over 400 million pounds in British sterling account, and it's full, it's 100% not taxed. There's no tax paid on them. That's the problem. Government will have been making a lot of money from that angle. I think they should go through the debate smoothly and start taxing government churches. I think it's only because of Queen. That is what is giving us problem. Everybody have respect for Church of England because of Her Majesty. Outside of Her Majesty, all churches will be taxed. But it's because of Queen. It is Queen that is giving us the leeway, the privilege. That's why it's letting all these people going through the net. If not, they wouldn't have the opportunity to slip through the net. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make a brief contribution to the topic, ma'am.
Please, you're welcome.
Yeah, my one point is that in those days, the tithe belongs to the Levite. Or Levite, I don't know the proper pronunciation.
Yes, Levites. Let's go ahead.
The way things is going now, the time, even pastors are collecting tithes from the Levites themselves. In those days, it's now that we see that people from the church will make a contribution of maybe 10 naira, 20 naira to the church pocket, and then the church will go ahead to build a school that those people that are contributing their own little money, their own little sweat, that they will not be able to afford. So what is the point? So tithe or no tithe, the way this is even going now, they are discouraging people to be paying tithe. For those people that have common sense. Because for me now, I would rather go on the street and give my money to the needy because I know when somebody is in need. Because it's, for me, I think it's very wrong for me to use to use buckets to be pouring water inside the beach or any ocean. It doesn't make sense. The fact that they are full up already, we see them driving big cars, buying private jets. So, and such person be telling me to be paying my tithe to him or her. It's not possible. It's not possible. They can't continue to be deceiving people like that. It's not possible. People are hopeful, except for don't let me use the foul word for people, you know. Some people they are not intelligent enough to know the right thing or the wrong thing. So I think these days the Levites, the pastors are collecting tithes even from the Levites themselves.
Yes.
So that is my own principle. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. She's absolutely right on that. Is it the Levites that you guys are talking about and fighting for? The pastors are collecting tithes from them. How about that? How about that? How about that? You understand? Yes. The pastors are collecting tithes from Levites. Ọmọ ilé Léfì gan san ìdá mẹ́wàá. When that ìdá mẹ́wàá is supposed to be for ọmọ ilé Léfì, for the Levites. Pastor is now going around and collecting from everybody. Someone told me this morning that they are even using credit machine to collect tithes and ask people to use their credit card to pay. How can you use credit card to pay tithes? For God's sake, cry loud. Wake up, my people. The Bible says my people perish because of lack of knowledge. When are you going to be equipped? Majority of you have a minimum of first degree. What went wrong? Kilo ṣẹlẹ̀. When the pastor is asking somebody on income support to be paying tithes from the income support, isn't it a disaster? Tell me about it. Isn't it a disaster? Isn't it disastrous? Devastating? Eh? Did you hear that auditor of mine? My beautiful handsome fans, even though I've not seen him, the way he spoke shows that he is articulate, in control of what he knows. Do you understand? I am not standing to block the work of God. Who am I? The judgment is for God. But the bone of contention is accountability. That's what we're asking you for. Accountability. People, yo, Dan, now that's so unfair now. Eh? That is so unfair. Using it to build the White House. You will see some of their houses in Nigeria. They will ask them who built it. Any pastor like Bajaloni, church we building yanko. They will say, church maloma ni. The most beautiful building in Nigeria they belongs to churches. When you build a church on a acres of almost 40 acres of land, how do you want to maintain it? Ṣebí orí àwọn ọmọ ìjọ náà ti máa kó àwọn owó yẹn jọ. Mo ń bọ̀ mi ò tí ì dé o. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
My own advice to people is that people should seek knowledge. People should read Bible. The reason why people are being they make themselves vulnerable is because they are lazy. They're lazy to read Bible. They are lazy to read the Word of God, and they are always looking for answers. Every answer that we need to our life situation is in the Bible. So I'm advising people to stop seeking people. Don't seek your pastor, seek God. And know the heart of God, the purpose of God for your life. Otherwise, if we don't stand up and take back what belongs to us, we're going to put our children in this predicament. That's all I've got to say. Seek knowledge, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ah, God. Look at what Shireen said. Shireen, you're welcome on board, my dear. Shireen said it's not even about tithe alone. There is so much that we have to look at. Requesting for offerings, seed offerings, orphanage fund donations. And where are this money going to? We can't see any sample of it. You see, I don't believe in Christianity where people underprivileged cannot benefit from. Or when you talk down on people. I don't believe in that kind of technology or that Christian ministry. Okay? Because your heart is your church in the first instance. So if you fear people, you have to fear God, you have to fear people. The Bible says you fear yourself before you fear me. Because if you don't fear each other and you fear God, it is a lie. You're not truthful to yourself, because you are telling me because you cannot see God. That's why you're saying that. But the person you can even see, how much do you fear that person? How much do you take care of the needs of that person? You understand? Instead of that, they use their acronomic power to deceive the world, to scam the world. A lot of people have left the scriptures and moved to other things and still using the name of God to deceive people. For how long are you going to be doing that for? We're talking about tithe. Is it right or wrong to pay tithe in church? Call a spade if you want to call it. No matter what you use, what language you use, the truth must be spoken. Everybody have their individual knowledge and brain to think from. Anybody over 18 can think on their feet without the need to consult. Enough of all this nonsense. Let us help those who are underprivileged, those who are in need, without making noise about it. The moment you are helping people and you are talking about it, you have wasted your time to do it. Again, I encourage you, when you are doing charity, when you are helping, don't make noise. Keep it to yourself. The reward is from God. But the moment you have spoken out and talk about it, you have got that reward. Whatever you have done in the life of people, keep it to yourself. Let God be the judgmental judge. Let him do the finest. Let him judge you. Don't tell people what you are doing. Don't tell your next door neighbor who you are helping. Because you are all talking about the pain of tithe and tithe and tithe. Fear enough, because it is obvious. But when it comes to giving and offerings and helping others, keep it to yourself. Don't tell people who you are helping, the charity you are donating to, individuals you are giving money to help. It is not vital. It is not right. It is against the will of God to let the third party knows what you are doing. Even when you are giving offerings in church, what you are giving with your right hand, your left hand must not know about it. Show off is what is killing us in our Christianity. And that is what is killing those pastors. That's why they are building houses in competition with each other. Competition, you are competing. Competing with each other. For how long are you going to be doing that for? Competing is what is killing our mind, our religion, our belief. Do you understand? Apart from the issue of tithe, offering is something that you should be doing to yourself, quietly within yourself. Helping people, it's something you have to keep to yourself and stop making blunder noise out there, telling the whole world who you are helping. You know, you've got your reward at that time when you have spoken out and said, I am helping Tokumbo. I have given this to Tokumbo. The moment you said it, you have got the reward immediately. So of what use? Of what use? Of what use? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ma. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I just want to contribute a little bit about this tithe and
Please go ahead.
I had a cousin of mine. You know, every time like a pastor comes, he would pledge 500 pounds, 600 pounds. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have rent. He doesn't have food. So how can you take money somewhere where you're not progressing? Because obviously they say if you bring your money in the house of the Lord, you will gain something from it. Is supposed to be like that? I grew up in the Catholic Church, but now I've seen that Pentecostal churches it's not really good when it comes to money. Because in Africa, my parents still go to Catholic Church. They don't ask you how much you're supposed to tithe. It's up to you. It's up to what you can afford.
Ah, I don't know why she's cut off. I don't know why she's cut off. I don't know. I think maybe a line or whatever. I would expect her to call back, but we have to move on. Hello? 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 If you call me and you don't talk, I'll take it off because there's no time to hang around, to beat around the bush. So like I was saying, you see, there is so much that we got wrong in terms of Christianity, and it's brainwashed that we use. The English is brainwashed. A lot of people have been brainwashed. A lot of people. Left to my husband, no pastor will make money if he's left to my husband because he's a shrewd accountant. So left to my husband, no pastor will make money. He is a shrewd accountant, apart from paying to the church that he will attend. And he contributes very wisely because it's a Church of England and they're not forcing anybody. But when it comes to Pentecostal, no pastor will make money under my husband, because my husband is a shrewd accountant. He doesn't believe in those bullshit. What he believes on is what comes from your mind. When you are happy, you are progressing. That's when you contribute. That's when you put money to say thank you. That's where you put offerings. That's when you sow seed, because you have made a promise. You have made an agreement with God. So it's a different ball game entirely. So when it comes to pastor forcing somebody to be putting money down and say, Johnny, is it a contribution? Is it contribution? I was even told this morning that there is a church that they take list every weekend. They take list and look at who have paid their tithe, who haven't paid their tithe. And the pastor even use it to judge how much you earn in a year. The moment they know how much you pay them in tithe, they use it to judge. Someone like me, there's no way you can judge me with how much I make anyway. So you'll be wasting your bloody time on me, because I paid a lot of money out. So there's no way you can judge me. But for those who are on salary scale, I feel for them. Because once they pay their tithe with honest and diligent mind, the pastor uses it to know their salary scale. And say, momo ye to ngba, ye to da ngba ni o parọ́ fún mi ye báyìí ló san. Because you have been honest to them to pay the correct money. It's not very encouraging. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
A very controversial, this is a very controversial
topic. And I'm afraid that's the only way to go about it.
Yeah, the controversy about this topic is that this topic has been happening now for the last few months.
Really?
Yeah, when Daddy Freeze, this young man in Nigeria.
Do you know that I just only stumbled into his page, YouTube yesterday?
Yeah, Daddy Freeze has actually been educating Nigerians regarding the tithe and offering, and Daddy Freeze explicitly explained how the tithe and offering should be paid. He actually took them all. In fact, this is been on the Facebook. He took them to why people need to read Malachi very well. They need to understand that the tithe and offering issue is about the Old Testament, what is being told to the people in that time, which the offering they can actually go to, it's like the offering of that time could be fruits, it could be ram, it could be anything. The same thing that the Jewish community do. In fact, I used to practice the Judaism, and being one of the students of Kabbalah of the Judaism, I understood. In fact, I'm in Nigeria, who actually put my nose in a different religion to know what exactly it is that in the religion in Nigeria that we are going crazy for. Do you understand? And what's really up is that the controversy, the more that the priest is attacking them, the Nigerian pastors, the more that you see a lot of Nigerian pastors coming out to defend their position about tithe and tithe and offering. So tithe and offering is one of the ectomine debate going on right now in Nigeria. And I just came back from Nigeria a month ago, and me being on the ground in Nigeria, I saw poverty. People are suffering, my God.
I know.
People are overwhelmingly suffering.
I know.
And as I always say to some of my learned friends, I said to them, the problem that we have in Nigeria, the problem that we have is that a lot of Nigeria, we don't like to face the reality. Because we are too well educated. But a lot of people do not understand that there's a difference between education and actually have an exposure. Because when you are educated and you don't have an exposure, you are more or less like an illiterate.
Like an illiterate. That's it.
Illiterate.
Speak on.
Many Nigeria are in Nigeria, but they still do not, they can't see beyond their nose to understand that, what it is acceptable in that country is not what is acceptable in any other Western country. But thank God that we have been living here for too long to understand the mechanism, the way white man who are actually running their show in the Western world we live today. My question is, I ask a lot of people, what is the purpose of you go to church, you pay 10% of your earning that you earn from work, and yet you still go to, and remember, when you pay 10% of your earning, which is called tithe, when you go to church every Sunday, you're still going to, after paying your monthly tithe, you have to then still pledge an offering. The question your first caller, the auditor, was saying, which I completely agree with you. But you know something, my dear sister, I don't have any, look, again, people who, some of your caller, some of your people who is listening to me will say, this man, make up your mind, which one you do now? If you want people to pay offering, let them pay. If you don't want them to pay, which side are you? You know what? There's nothing wrong if the pastor justify that money and say, look, we have to maintain the church. We have to pay the church rent. Pastor have to have a salary. Because many pastors in Nigeria, in London here, a lot of them are basically still working as a security guy. That is a fact. It is a fact. Many of the pastors are still actually just also hustling. And then they're still serving God. But at the end of the day, they have to put some money in their pocket. There's nothing wrong with that.
Benny.
So I'm one person who have a very open mind as an individual as a Nigerian, because I've been living here for too long. I have been around Europe. I've traveled more than average Nigeria, even living in the United Kingdom. So I have actually seen different culture, the way they actually, the way they nurture their Christianity, the way they nurture their Muslim as they celebrating the Eid today. But the problem that we have is that in Nigeria, for example, I often see during the pastor Bishop Oyedepo, I don't know him, and I'm not going to speak evil against him. But how can you collecting tithe and offering from the member of your church, but they cannot actually afford to attend your university?
That's it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, I'm here.
There are so many churches.
That's the problem. That is the bone of contention.
Have collected this magnitude amount of money.
Yes.
And a lot of these people, a lot of the people their congregation
yes.
cannot even afford to
yes.
go to their university. And you know, and I just think because what really happened is that there's so many things. We have a pastors in Nigeria. Even there was a time this pastor that trained this guy, this outspoken guy that I mentioned earlier.
Daddy Freeze.
Daddy Freeze. The Ade Faransi is the name of the guy.
What was it trained?
It was trained. Actually, Daddy Freeze was a born-again Christian.
Really?
Trained by Paul Ade Faransi.
Trained by Paul Ade Faransi. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to read about them, both of them. I haven't read so much. I haven't listened that much to his video.
Paul Ade Faransi was a mentor of Daddy Freeze. Before Daddy Freeze decided to rebel and start to speak out.
That is what I saw. I a little bit I viewed the video yesterday for the first time. I actually perceived the radicalism. You know, I saw somebody who is a bit radical. Extremely, yes.
Extremely radical.
Yes.
Who is now throwing the concrete out now and say, look, this is not right. This is money extortion from the Nigerian pastors. This is what this should not be allowed, etc., etc. Well, you see, and then you watching one pastor called Pastor Funke, I couldn't remember, and then because some of these things now social media has now become one of the iconic that a lot of people use now to gain a lot of information as it is. But having said that, you then see this woman saying that she wants all the people in her church to come out and start to donate $1,000 each.
Really?
But yeah, you know, it's good when we have somebody like you who have this type of a medium where people can actually we can educate ourselves. You understand?
Yes.
A pastor in Nigeria, I will post that on the Facebook. A pastor in Nigeria who was actually telling his congregation that they should come and pay $1,000 that God is going to bless them. God is going to do this. God is going to do that. You see, and I sat there and I was asking myself the question: how can you ask these people to come and pay this money in a country where the GDP is so low? It's abomination. It's unheard of. You know, and these people they treated us as if like somebody who is actually an illiterate. You know, and then I was still watching a pastor, a Nigerian pastor yesterday, who was actually asking his university student. Well, the only problem is I don't even know where that is being done, but he was asking the students, the Nigerian university students, that they should come out and pledge 500,000 naira each. You know, I don't know whether it's a makeup. Are you with me, my dear sister?
I'm here with you. I'm here.
I don't know whether it's a make-up story, but when you hear some of these things, it's alarming and it's really upsetting. So, my dear sister, let us, because I understand, my understanding that understood that you are a barrister. Now, let us imagine how, in the name of God, can a student in Nigeria who is struggling, who the parents sent to school, and actually looking for money, and because I can tell you when I went to Nigeria last time, in just a month, it's even less than a month that I came back from Nigeria. I saw people begging me for money to take to university.
Mm.
Now, these are young children, you know, some of my children, my friend children and stuff like that. So you just imagine, this guy is struggling in school. He's a university undergraduate. And then you are asking them to come and pledge his money. Where are they going to find that money from? And this man is actually making them feel guilty. That if you don't give this money, harama sonny. And they will use the Bible. They did not a Bible out of a contest, and then they start to use it to actually, you know, to barrage, to pattern these people, these our people. You know, and to be honest, I tell you, my dear sister, Nigerians in diaspora, wherever we are in the world, we have been brainwashed. I don't know why it's so difficult to serve God, though. I don't know. Because, in conclusion, what I think is that the politicians in Nigeria, they fail the Nigerian masses. Nigerian masses run to the church.
Benny.
So Nigerian masses run to the church and say, look, let us go to Jesus and to help us. Come and save us from this calamity that is happening in this country. Well, they didn't realize that when they were going, it's like a lion who is chasing you. And then you are ended up jumping in front of the mouth of a hyena. And you know a hyena don't have a mask.
At all.
So, really, these people who government failed gallantly, the full government of Nigeria has failed a lot of people. And they were looking for miracle. And that miracle is in the church. Church is a refuge. Church is a place where you go to pray, but then the pastors, I mean, I'm not against any pastors, but our spiritual fathers, they were taking advantage of those poor souls because they know that there's nowhere for them. They've now reached their bus stop. There's nowhere to run to. So they took advantage of them. That is my thinking about Nigeria in the area of religion. That's my thinking about Nigeria in the area of manipulation regarding tithe and offering. And everywhere you go in Nigeria now, it's tithe and offering. Exactly. It's tithe and offering.
Yes.
It's tithe and offering.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So look, let me tell you now, because people might be listening and saying, this guy, he doesn't have a faith. Oh, this guy is not this and that. Look, my dear sister, I am a former member of VCC, Victory Christian Center, in Finchley Road, when they used to be in Finchley Road. And this is one of the biggest church in this country, in London here. And what really happened is that we don't go to look for Jesus everywhere. But sometimes you go to different type of churches to see what is going on. For me, my thinking is that I think it's just very important when a pastor say, look, your tithe, this is where it's going to, like the auditor says earlier, this is where the tithe is going. This is where your offering, we're going to make use of it for. There are many Nigerians in this country. You are a lawyer, you know that. You have
Definitely.
your profile.
Definitely.
You are an immigration lawyer.
Yes. Yes.
If you're an immigration lawyer, you can testify that there are so many Nigerians. There are so many Nigerians in the detention center. Yes. There are so many population of Nigerians languishing in detention center. How many pastors go to write home office or say, look, we want to visit
and you are very right. I don't want to contribute in another different format at all. But you are very right. Because we lack that visitation as a Christian to prison yards, to detention center. That is why we have huge number of radicalism, terrorism in this country. But without prejudice, I won't go further.
I totally agree with you.
I won't go further because it's a very complicated topic and thing. So I I won't talk about it, but you know where I'm going.
My dear sister and a friend.
Yes.
You see what really happened is that most of the look, I can tell you right now, there was a Nigerian girl, lives in Manchester. I'm not going to mention name.
Yes.
Lives in Manchester. Obviously, she hasn't got her paper yet. This girl dedicates her life for church. It goes in the morning, it goes in the night, it goes in the evening. She's managed to be doing care work. But recently, the authority nabbed the girl. They catch up with her.
Yes.
Now, that girl was being sent to prison in Manchester. Now, I'll tell you something. This is like a child to me, like a homo, like my daughter. Well, I'm not the father of this young lady.
Yes.
But I would like to know what our church have done for her. And because this girl work, she contributing tithe and offering. The same topic we're still on. She contribute tithe and offering. So what Nigerians are crying out loud for is that donating tithe and offering is not a problem if we have to see in another way. But what exactly do they do with that money? How many people do they help with that money? Instead of that, pastor will be wearing a suit worth about 500 pounds.
That's just it. That's just it.
They
want to compete with ordinary professionals on the street. They want to dress like you, or even dress more than you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they want to compete.
Pastor is wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
A shirt that costs almost about 1,700 pounds.
Yeah. Wọ́n fẹ́ dress ju ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ látàrọ̀ ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Yes. 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 Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
And then that man spoke very well, that auditor guy that called you earlier. I listened, I paid a lot of attention to what he was saying.
Thank you.
And all of the things that he was saying is absolutely bang on. It's true. It's true. So, and me talking to you, I have a lot of Nigerians who are pastors, who are my personal friends.
My brother, and you know the funniest thing, when there is a problem with one of their congregation and they want them to come and stand for surety, as a surety, that is when you see them traveling and say they are not available. And when they want to give bank statement, they will give a personal bank statement that is overdrawn to deceive that congregation, to deceive them. They will put
Absolutely.
And then the judge will be furious in court and saying that this is a pastor's bank statement.
You see,
oh my God. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see what happened? A young guy came from Beckham. One day and says, Uncle, my dad asked me to come to see you to give me a reference, a job reference. And I said, but did you go to church? The young man said, yes, sir. I attend a CAC church in Beckham. I said, so what's wrong with the pastor? Why can't the pastor not give you the reference? The boy said, I don't know. I said, do you pay tithe in that church? He said, the young man said, yes. I said, do your father go to that church? He said, yes. Do your father pay tithe? He said, yes. I said, give me the telephone number of the pastor.
That's it.
I'm going to call him and I'm going to tell him off. And if he refuses, I will bring the BBC or ITV to come there and make a film, a mess, a crack out of him. Because you can't be going to a particular church and you ask your pastor to give you a reference, a job reference, and the pastor is like been duck and dive and been duck and dive. You see, there are so many things that goes on in our community. That's why we don't even move on, because we rely so much on this God as if God is, we are the offender of God. We've really offended God, and then God, and you see, because that's what the pastors are putting in the majority of the people's head, and they make them to believe that they're guilty of something, and that they have to go to run to them, and then without them, there is nothing. Even in this country, in Nigeria, we have Nigerians who worship pastors instead of actually believing in God itself.
That is it. That is it. That is it.
So it is actually a lot of a big problem.
Yes.
When it's a lot of big problem for our. That is my taking, my sister.
You've said it all. I cannot less agree. You've said it all. You read so many minds of people out there before coming out to dish out this point. And to be honest, I concur. I agree with you. Fantastic point.
And that's why people like, if you know this pastor called Dr. I'm forgetting his name is. I think he lives in Eastern Europe in Ukraine.
Adelaja.
Dr. Adelaja. Well, I like listening to him. When you listen to him, you in fact it exposed a lot of these pastors, their behavior, and a lot of he opened eyes of a lot of Christians because we are so naive and by a lot of things going on, you know. But for me, anyone listening to this to my voice on your show, if they continue, if they want to continue, they should continue. That's their problem. But for me personally, I would rather give my money to charity. That they could have used that to do good thing. A white man who died on a aeroplane crash with his family, just actually awarded all his wealth to a charity or Oxfam in UK. It's on the news today.
That is it.
This guy worth over 200 million. He awarded 200 million pounds to an ordinary organization.
Oxfam.
A charity organization. And now the question I want to ask every Nigerian is that how much money do you give to whoever charity in this country? When it comes to donation, a lot of them prefer to give to their pastor than actually donating to where a good cause with that money can be used for a good cause. And I think it is the mental stuff that they put in our head. And to be honest, I'm not saying that if you're paying money to your pastor, keep paying it. That's your problem. Keep enrich your pastor. But for me, I've stopped doing that. I will put my money where my mouth is. I support other causes.
Other causes, yeah.
Where it's needed.
Honestly, we've wasted money. We've wasted so much money on unnecessary calls. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
So that is what I think.
There's so much people there are a lot of people that need us out there that just putting money into one basket that they will not appreciate you. You know, they don't even know that you existed. Your existence is not even there. They don't even know your existence. You know.
Even some big churches in this country, in most of the African churches here and Nigerian churches mostly, and in Nigeria, the pastor don't even know who you are. Because everybody wants the pastor to be. They want to see them with the pastor. Pastor don't want these people to. They don't want you to be known with them. All they want is for you to put that money in the stock. You know, pay your tithe or pay your offering. End of story.
And some of them will be competing with you when they see your car after when you have worked hard tirelessly.
Actually, madam, I might even say to you, people go beyond that. Do you know that they're even in the churches today? Most churches, big churches today in London, you tend to see a lot of them. Some of the congregants there, who they were actually competing with each other in terms of job, car.
That is it.
House.
That is it.
That's not what Christianity is supposed to be.
That is it.
That's not what Christianity is supposed to be.
And you know what? My brother, God will bless you with this. You know where I do my radio Saturday program? There are some pastors who come there to do their wuru-wuru on the radio to get their own people. Every time they see me with car, they change their car to meet me up.
Really?
I'm telling you. Sometimes they don't even know whether it's my husband's car or it's my car. They change their car within 2 months to meet up.
And so you can see what vanity is upon vanity.
Honestly. Meanwhile, I don't even think about them that they exist. I'm only doing my own thing, my own style. That convenient for me. But believe me, they call themselves pastor, man of God, that they're supposed to focus on scriptures and how to win souls and minds. the next thing they are winning is competition with professionals.
Yes.
Competing.
Yes.
They are competing with professionals that have worked tirelessly and earned with their hard-earned money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that the kind of pastor I'm going to pay my tithe to or my office to?
And also,
Damn it.
And also, by this, as you know, most of these churches, for example, one day I told one of my Redeem, one day I told him, I said, don't you know that the Redeem is a franchise operation?
It is. It is. It is.
And he looked at me. He says, how did you know that?
Yeah, it is a franchise.
I said I do because I know Redeem is a franchise operation from Nigeria here. And I told my friend, I said, don't you pay certain amount of money back to your overseers in Nigeria? Because Redeem in Nigeria is your head office.
It's definitely a franchise because I have been told that if I were to be a Redeem, they would have made me pastor by now.
Absolutely. So Redeem is a franchise. So what really happened is that when you take when you took your oath of ordination as Redeem, you go wherever you want in the world and set up your own church, and then you're up and running.
Exactly.
So really, the doctrine, everybody know it. Only naive people will not take a notice of that. So really, you can understand the mathematics, the metrics, and the mathematics behind Redeem. It's a game of multiplication.
Yeah.
Because the more money from abroad, from Nigeria, from everywhere, the more joyous, the more jolly it is for Redeemed Church of Christ.
Yes, absolutely.
But I can't speak of Redeem because I'm not a Redeem member, and I don't know what they do for the masses in Nigeria.
Exactly.
So that's why I will be a little bit reluctant to be able to start to prosecute some pastors, but we can talk generally about the dysfunctionality in Christianity at the present moment, like that the priest is actually been debating about, you know. And if you see that the priest is not actually abusing any pastor, all he's saying is that no, this is not right. Things have to be changed. This is not right. But by saying that, people are thinking, that the priest is abusing Papa Deboye, is abusing Ashimolowo, is abusing this and that. And everybody, you know, Nigerians, we are so naive, and then everybody start to get a hump that, no, you can't say that about our pastor. No, they're not saying that about your pastor. Your pastor is an ordinary human being like anybody. The guy is not actually abusing Jesus, or it's not saying he does not believe in what the word of Bible say. He's saying, look, this is what the word Bible say. People should wake up to reality. And that is why that the priest, who I don't even know him, that's why, but I got a common sense, where my father used to say, there is no common sense that is common anymore, but I won't say that. I can listen to the guy, and I understood very well what he's saying, and I know that what he's saying is absolutely correct, because I know my Bible, like the lady caller that said that they were talking to you earlier before she got cut off. She said, people need to go and read their Bible very well. Well, please, madam, if you're listening to me on the phone, believe me, I can give you my home address. Come and do Bible study with us here. And you don't need to pay tithes. And you won't need to contribute offering either. So really, I know my Bible very well. So nobody can actually come to paint some paint on my face and brainwash me regarding what the Bible says. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you, wonderful, thank you, fantastic, thank you for your time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my God, sweet topic, sweet one, sweet. I told you it was going to be a hot one. You thought I was joking, because there's so much happening around it. But I give God all the glory that gave us the opportunity to have this topic. You know, can't turn God less. You know. Hello. Can you lower your device? When you call us, please lower your device. Unless the device is on the lowest volume, you will not be able to enjoy what you want to say to the public, and they will not be able to hear you out as well. So it goes both ways. So lower your device from time to time for enjoyment, so that we can both hear each other. A very provocative one. I won't lie to you, but I love it. I knew that a lot of people will have something to say in mind. For those who have been telling me to come on board this afternoon. 07908 628240 07908 628240. That is the number we can reach us now. 07908 628240. Hello. What is wrong in paying tithes? That's the topic. What is wrong?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Mommy.
Hello, we're on the program now. What is wrong in paying tithes?
Yeah, I was just trying to follow it on Facebook as you guys are talking, and it just... I've got a few questions to throw into this forum. I don't know whether there will be anybody out there who can...
Answer us.
Probably just... Yeah.
Okay, all right. Say it.
Just being inquisitive about like what the last caller was talking about, people getting ripped off by their men of God and everything. The first thing I want to say, personally, I believe that we Christians are the people who have put our men of God in that position in which they are. We are living in an era, I will quote 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 to 5. It says, let me just paraphrase it. It's trying to say, it is now a time where people no longer value sound doctrine. We as Christians, we have developed itchy ears. Because personally, I've witnessed a situation where somebody comes to church and say to Pastor, Pastor, what has God said about me? When you were praying, what did God say about me? If God has actually said something about you to your pastor, why not wait for the pastor to tell you? So they are actually pushing the men of God to that tune. And it is now like a point where if you are a man of God and you cannot... Hold
on. Are you saying... Hold on. Are you saying when people go to pastor for prayer, they shouldn't be telling the pastor what they come for until the pastor is able to pick it up himself?
That is what I think, because if it is God actually talking through your pastor, God should be able to reveal it to the pastor to tell you if there is anything. Rather than you saying, when you pray, what did God say? What did God say?
That is it.
That is my own personal take on it. And also, I am trying to see that, like, the way it is now, if you enter a church where a man of God can actually look at you and maybe tell you one or two things about yourself, sister, that church will be packed full. People will be standing. Come to a church where a man of God will stand on the pulpit and preach salvation for 4 Sundays. That church will be empty.
That is it.
Yeah, it will be empty because he is telling us the truth. He is guiding us the way to heaven, which is what we don't want.
And that's
we
what...
want those people that will come and say, you know what, sister, the problem you are going through is caused by your grandma. Your mother is bewitching you. Your father is bewitching you. That is what we want to hear as Africans. And then they will tell you, come and put 500 pounds seed on the altar, and I will pray for you and I will protect you. Because that is what we want to hear. That is what we want to hear. Enter a church where they will preach salvation, and the pastor will say, girls, don't come to church if you are not decently dressed decently before you present yourself to church. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. That church will be empty, sister. They will be like, you can't tell me how to dress. You can't tell me I can't get drunk. It is my hard-earned money. I can use it the way I want. You can't tell me I can't do this. You can't tell me I can't do that. Salvation message has become too hard to the ear. We are now going to places where everything will be nice and coated and polished for us. Let a man of God tell me the Lord will bless you. So a seed of 50 pounds. And by the end of the month, you will see what the Lord will do. People will run to the altar, sister, and so that's it.
I got you.
So I am thinking that sometimes too it is us.
I got you.
The Christians, to which we have a problem. Let us not just point fingers to the men of God. Let us examine ourselves. We call ourselves Christians. Let us examine ourselves. salvation is being relegated to the corner. What is reigning now is prosperity. Prosperity, 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 prosperity. That is all we want. Money, 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 money. You know, that is why some men of God too are making the most of it. At the end of the day, they too are human beings. They are making the most of it, telling us what we want to hear, and then taking money from us for it. You know, because I went to a certain church once, and the man of God actually said something about, he didn't call anybody's name, but somebody was dressed in a way that she was quite exposed, and she was a worship member, which didn't really look appropriate, to be honest. But it's not like they'll say, oh, sister, such and such. He just said, when you are on duty, especially, and you know you're going to stand in front of people, present yourself in a responsible manner.
That's it.
To be honest, Sister Darcy has stopped coming to church. They didn't call her name.
Because
she didn't come anymore. So it gave me the impression that she knew.
Yeah, because she said
she left home.
Because she's a
okay.
because she's a vegetable seller. So no matter what type of vegetable she's selling, the moment the vegetable is mentioned, she has assumed that she's the one.
She is the one, and she stopped coming.
Yeah.
And she thought she was insulted.
Yeah, but she came to church to pollute other people's mind.
Good. You know, so there is a lot going on with our Christianity, a lot of things. I just feel like as Christians, sometimes we should focus on our own selves. We should focus on our own selves, because charity begins at home. If you can purify your own self and make your own self holy and acceptable to God, don't expect pastor. It's just like any other one of us. It's just like any one of us. You know, and like another caller in the forum was talking about people giving, going to church. Some people even say they go to church morning to evening and they don't prosper. For me personally, I don't think if you are a Christian, your problems will be over, because the Bible never promised us a problem-free life. If it was like that, Jesus would not say, carry your cross and follow me. So he knew we will have those crosses to carry. Even Abraham, who served God, who served him and served him and served him, he had a problem. He was childless until old age. He was. Yes. So those problems will come. Let us just look at our own selves too individually and see. Remove the loss from our own eyes too. Present our own selves holy. At the end of the day, if Jesus comes today, those pastors who have ripped their Christians off, they will be answerable for what they have done. I will not answer for their sins, but I too will be examined, and I would have to answer to for what I, as a Christian, have done.
Simple.
Yeah. So each and every one of us have got a role to play. And then I just wanted to throw a question to this forum to say, if, for instance, it gets to the point where we all say, let us not pay our tithes to churches anymore, and let us not give offerings anymore, who will pay the rents for our churches, of our places of worship? Who will pay the electricity, bill, gas, and water? Or indirectly, we are trying to say those places should be non-existent anymore, because it will not be free. If we go and look for a hall, even if we are 3 people and say, let us hire this hall and worship, we will pay rent for it. So how do we raise the rent if nobody gives alms? We come and sit there, we pray and go. We come and sit there and we pray and go. How do we pay rent for the room that we have used? How do we pay for the utility? Other things as well. Some men of God do it part-time, which personally I don't agree with. I don't think it is proper. But some of them do it because they got no choice. They feel hungry too. They are human. They've got children who need to go to school too, just like we all do. But we too should have to understand that those people who put their knees down and fast and pray and support us when we are in difficulties, we too should try and remember that. Somehow, it is wrong for them to say, come and give this, come and give that. That one I do not accept. But I find it hard to accept the fact that I will go to the house of God empty-handed and expect to leave the house of God.
No. The argument is not about going to house of God empty-handed. That's not the argument.
Okay.
No. That's not the argument. The argument is accountability.
Okay.
Accountability is just it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I am very much in support. I bless my pastor. It is not because I am rich, but because I just think of the fact that I go to work 37.5 hours a day. That is his own 37.5 hours.
Everyone does that. I pay contributions, I pay offerings, I pay everything that needed paying for in my church. But my church is different in England. I go to Church of England where accountability prevails.
Right.
So my situation is different. In England, that is where I go. Church of England for peace of mind. The problem we are having with the modern day Christianity is accountability with the Pentecostal churches. And that is what is provoking the angers out there, giving people problems, headache. Where is the money going to? Who get the money when the money is paid out? You understand? Who get those money? And how is those money managed? That is it.
They should have like a finance committee.
Yes.
That runs the budget of the church.
But they don't have it. It's different. In Church of England there is treasury, which must be a qualified accountant. My husband handled that for many years. But the work of the treasury in Church of England, you don't see the money. There's nothing concerned you. There are a set of people who count the money separately. When they come during the week, they count the money, they record it in the record sheet. It's got nothing to do with the reverend. Another person will witness the counting, independent person, and then another person, which must be part of the church warden, securely take it to the bank for banking during the week. It is the sheets that they gave them in the bank for the banking that they will bring back to the treasurer to record as money received for that week. How many Pentecostal churches are going to do that? How many of them will do that? They don't have it. Because the moment they receive it, they spend it. They receive it, they spend it. They receive it, they spend it. So there is no accountability. That is the problem. No accountability. That's what we're fighting for. If there's accountability, people will be happy to pay through their nose because they know what the money is going for. In my church now, Church of England, we are donating money, £200,000 to repair, not to buy, to repair an historical organic instrument. You understand? It's an organ fund that we are doing now. £200,000 we are donating. And we have started since last year. You understand? A separate bank account is open for that donation. And the money must be paid directly to the account. The signatories have nothing to do with the church. And that is Church of England system. But that is that parish. That parish needs to repair the organ. It's not to buy. You can't buy that organ anymore because it's built to the house, to the building. It's a whole store. So they have, and it's what we play on every Sunday. Durula. If you are Yoruba, it's a big drum of duru organ. To repair it alone is £200,000. And contribution is going ahead smoothly. Donations is going smoothly. It's not to buy. You can't buy. To buy, it means you have to bring the building down. The building is 166 years old. Given to us by a woman that was barren. The building was given to us by a woman. She built it and gave it to us 160-something years ago. She had no child of her own. An English woman.
Wow.
Accountability is a listed building that cannot be affected by anything. To do anything to maintain it, you have to take permission from Church of England up there from the Southern Cathedral. That is what they call Christianity accountability. The charities we are donating to in our church is controlled by the reverend, but the money doesn't control by the reverend. So when you want to donate, you put the money in the envelope and you name the charity. One of the charity organizations we are giving money to. You put it there, you name it. For government to collect tax, you put your tax reference number, which we have allotted to individual in the church. But nobody knows who is who. So if anybody find my number on the floor, they don't know it belongs to me. Even if I put money in that envelope that we receive every year, nobody knows that envelope belongs to Tokunbo Olagbaye. because there is no name there. But as soon as it gets to the person who takes care of those envelopes, they will look at the record themselves and know that that number is allotted to Tokunbo Olagbaye. Accountability, my sister. Accountability. Accountability.
People are talking. If we say people should check where they are to see if they have that accountability or not, but there is a cut across statement. It is wrong for people to pay tithes. It is wrong for people to give offering.
No, they're not saying that.
I find a bit.
No, the congregation here, in this forum, are not saying it is wrong. I have been listening to everybody that's been calling in and those who are making comment. What they are fighting for is accountability, the same thing.
Yeah, because some people were saying
nobody, no.
in the Old Testament.
No. A lot of people are not objecting. Only one or two people, perhaps radical. But majority are saying accountability. The Levites are the people that work in the church arena, so they have to be paid. Salary has to be paid. We agree. But the church of God today, the Pentecostals, they are not paying that money. They're not transparent. They are using the money to buy jets, to fly around, to build mansions for themselves, and ripping people off and telling people to be paying to them, giving them this money like I said they are doing fine barra. Begging people to be giving them money. It's not fair. It's not even in tithe alone. They will be telling you that if only when you do this, that's when God will do this. God is not that. God doesn't listen to that kind of nonsense.
No, it's true. No, it's not.
God doesn't. Because if God can say that if you pray from from morning till night, I will not hear your prayer because your hand is full of blood, it means God is not sleeping. It means God is active. Ọlọ́run sọ fún àwọn ènìyàn, if you understand Yorùbá, ó ní bí wọ́n bá ti ẹ̀gbà wọ́n bá gbàdúrà látàrọ̀ ọ̀dálẹ́. Èmi ò ní gbọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ nítorí pé ọwọ́ rẹ̀ kún fún ẹ̀jẹ̀. Isaiah 1:15, that is what it said. So it is not nobody want to cross paths with God. But whoever cross paths with God, slowly they will be punished. Slowly.
Of course.
Slowly they will be punished. If anybody says that we should wait until Jesus comes, it's a lie. That is a lie. It is on this planet people get their reward. You get your punishment on this planet, not elsewhere. So whatever you do, it is here we are living that you get your reward, not elsewhere. So no matter what people say, at the end of the day, what we are saying is accountability. We are not saying they should not pay tax. I personally, I'm not here to stop anybody collecting their tithe. But account for it. Let us know what. Let us know what you are using it for. Let the congregation enjoy. Let them benefit. Let those who are poor give them food, provide shelter for them, assist them, give reference to those who are in immigration detention, help those who are in detention, give reference, stand for them as a surety in the bail hearing. Don't run away. Don't give overdraft bank statement that you and I know that is not what you are using. Give proper bank statement that the judge will know that you are credible, you have a standing. That's what we are saying. Help those who are in need. Don't ignore your people. Help people. That's the thing. Stop talking down on people because you are a pastor, you are a pastoress, or a prophet or prophetess. You are talking down on people. That's what we are saying. Have the fear of God at heart. Use the money wisely. We're not blocking you from taking the money you want to take. But don't use money. Don't touch church as a business center. You understand? Don't touch church as a business center and level people on 1,000 pounds, 1 million naira, $1,000. It is against the will of God. It's not fair for those who cannot afford to pay. It makes them look so stupid and make them look so small in the eyes of their wife or in the eyes of their husband. It's not fair. And when a church, when university is built, let your church member benefit from it. Business you're running, put your church member in that business. If you create a business, put church member, he has to start from church. Charity begins at home. And that's the point we are raising here. We're not blocking you. The point is that make charity comes from home. Before you can be bigger outside, show to your people from your family that you are helping people that are next to you. Help your family first. Raise your family, raise your church member, raise your congregants. Don't be arrogant in your dealings as a man or woman of God. Don't compete with professionals. You are not a professional, you are a man of God. So you should be humble with great humility. That is the point we are raising. We're not saying otherwise.
That's true, Mama.
That's what we're saying. People should understand what the scripture says and stop misinterpreting everything. God is not stupid. God is wise, and God knows what he's talking about. That is my opinion, and that's what I'm putting back to all pastors and pastors out there. The prophet and everybody who works in the ministry, all men and women of God. Walk in the line of God. Walk and do things that make God happy. Don't do things that will make God say your hand is full of blood all the time. Because when it is one way you kill. When people are under you, they are suffering. You cannot help them. You are looking down at them. What have you done? You are a killer, you are a murderer. People are hungry. You cannot provide simple food, shelter for them. And you are driving a big car, building houses, using heavy resources, fashion clothes, every time changing clothes and fashion and fashion and fashion. In the name of what? Who cares about what anybody wears? As men, the most important thing is to help those who are in need. And if you cannot help your neighbor, who are you? What are you? Who are you preaching to? Who are the people that are listening to you? That is the bottom line.
That is true, ma. Christianity should be about love.
God is not about somebody. God is not somebody that anybody can mock anyhow. And that's the bottom line. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking that you shouldn't collect your tithe or your offerings. If you want to collect offerings, collect offerings. Your conscience is there. Yeah, but help those who are in need. Don't ignore them. Don't look down onto them, because that is their money, their sweat.
It is true. Yeah, that's right.
Please.
It's true.
So that's what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I have to go for the day. Enough is not for the wise. And next time when we have time to come back, we will have something more provocating, more difficult than this. I want to thank all of you for participating on this program. I want to say kudos to all the comments out there. There is no wrong or right answer. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Don't let anybody bully you with your opinion on this platform, on this particular topic today. I want to congratulate all of you. You are all awesome people, awesome individual. Well done to you. Well done to all of you. Thank you for joining me on my talk show today. What is wrong in paying tithes? What is wrong about tithes? What is wrong about payment of tithes in church? That's the topic of the day. Thank you to all of you. Bless you all. Bless you. Fantastic people. But unfortunately, we can't see pastors coming on to convince us, to tell us, to guide us well. I am not happy about that. But nevertheless, to all those who call in, I want to say wonderful to all of you. Thank you. Let's quickly listen to this American caller before we go. Let's listen to this last caller, American caller. America, go ahead, United States. Go ahead, United States. Yes, do you want to contribute because of your distance? I'm giving you the privilege.
Yes, I've been trying to call through to talk.
I know, I noticed. That's why I quickly want you to speak. Please go ahead quickly.
Okay. My name is Binga, so I can speak Yoruba, and I've been enjoying your Yoruba program.
Yeah, but this is English now. This is not Yoruba. This is everybody. So people want to benefit from it.
Yes, I understand that, but this has been a topic that's been bothering everyone for so long. And I've lived in London before I came to the US, and it's pretty much the same thing. And I'm going to say that the most troubling part of it is the part that our Nigerians play in this tithing gospel, in this gospel of money that's been so monetized. I remember as a child, I would see pastors come around, all these evangelists with their bells, they would preach, and people would even try to give them money in their tattered clothing and shoes, and they would say something like Ovela Funi or something like that. And they don't want to take money from people. Now, people don't listen to those pastors anymore. They listen to these glorified businessmen that are calling themselves pastors. And how can we have so many churches in Nigeria, and Nigeria is becoming poorer by the day? Are we mocking God? Because we're actually blessing God by giving our money, our resources to God. How come God is not blessing our nation? It means we aren't doing something right. It means we are doing everything wrong. When Jesus died on the cross of Calvary, they said the temple curtains were torn. The meaning of the temple curtains turning was that is the partition that separates the Levites from common people. So it means that everybody became a priest when Jesus Christ died. It means you can go on your knees in the corner of your room and pray to God for whatever it is that you want. Now I understand that in present day, that some of us are more connected to God than the others. So it is okay for us to admonish ourselves, which is what I believe our present pastors are doing. The Bible says in the book of 1 Peter, well, actually, I think that's maybe 2:9 or something. He says we have become an elect race, like a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people that have become God's possession, that He may show forth the excellence of Him who called you out of His darkness, into His marvelous light. So in 2018, we're still living in that darkness. I can't believe what I am seeing on TV. People levying people and say, come up here, put $1,000 down. In Nigeria, where people are hungry, you're giving $1,000 to an already rich pastor, where there are people dying every day, people in hospitals that you can walk to and pay their medical bills, people needing organ donations every day. Mothers can't afford their bills and they're dying at childbirth. There's so much that is going on. People can't afford school fees. You build all these massive schools that children can't even, that most common people cannot afford to attend. I can't believe what is going on. I just can't believe it. And when you complain about these things, the people that will defend them are the same people that are suffering. The same people that are suffering. Now they make you look like we are back at the day when the lame man was by the pool of Bethesda. So you wait every year for the angel to come and stir the water. And when the angel comes to stir the water, it's too late to even get in the water. That's the position that we find ourselves. So what I'm saying in essence, I'm going to put it in a clearer picture, is that the pastor prays and says, all of you bring your money, someone among you is going to be blessed. This is a church of maybe hundreds of thousands of people. 5 people come out on a Sunday and say, God has blessed me. 5 people out of hundreds of thousands. When will you get the son of the rest people? How long is that going to take? So this is kind of like conning people out of their money. This is like conning people out of their money. I'm not saying do not take tithes. I'm not saying do not take offerings. I do not believe in the gospel of the tithe. Jesus Christ did not take tithes. Peter and Paul, all of them, they did not take tithes. And if you look at the life of those people, it was really humble. They served God with everything they got. They were not even in a place to build a house, to even have the time for wife and children. So they couldn't have the time for a nice car or a nice building or anything. Because if you want to dedicate your life to God, you have to be humble. Once money steps into your life, it's difficult to serve God. The same reason Jesus said to the rich man that it's easier for a camel to pass the eye of the needle than for a rich man to get to the kingdom of God. So how these people have billions in their account and they are able to serve God, I don't know. Are they telling us they are special human beings? They know how to manage money and God? I mean, I don't understand it. I live in London, right? There's a church right at the back of that Woolwich High Street. Like, if you come through...
That's not far from our office.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Within church, did not have money. They wanted to sell that. Church was scampering around looking for money. Now, there's another church who has money to buy that place. Do you know the denomination of the church that has the money to buy the place? It's another redeemed church. How can you believe that? So, a redeemed church has the money to buy another redeemed church house. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? The other redeemed church I was attending at Barking, 2 years back when I was living at Stratford, that other redeemed church, every time the pastor needed money to pay for the church, he would, after taking tithes and offerings and all the money, he would still keep begging members to contribute money or to borrow the church, and the church would pay back. How can redeemed church branches need money when the redeemed pastor is among the richest pastors in the world? Oh my God. I don't understand it. And we're still doing the same thing. I visited Nigeria in December. It's the same thing that I am saying. All the young men have become Yahoo boys. All the places that used to be warehouses for businesses, they become church buildings. People are going to church Monday to Sunday. How can an economy grow when the time that you're supposed to be working, you're in the church? God is not going to rain money down like manna. And when they have this little money, they still take it to these pastors. Also build businesses that profit people for themselves. I mean, Nigeria needs to wake up. It's not only Christians in Nigeria that are going to go to heaven. I've been in churches all over the world. I've lived on 3 continents now, and I can quantifiably say that it is only in Nigeria that I hear these pastors preaching about money the whole time. Money, and money. Like
Thank you, my brother. Excellent contributions. I have to go now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Excellent one. If you need this, so if you need to listen to this again, you have to revisit the video for all of you to see all these contributions. Thank you so much for your time from United States. I appreciate you. Excellent.
Oh, thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm afraid, guys, I have to go now. I want to appreciate all of you. If you want to go through all this again, just take the video, share it. Share the video. That's the only way to help others. Just share the video and let people make common sense from it. Nobody's under force or under any, what is it called, for you to do things. Yeah, you got to have your opinion. Nobody's pushing you. Have your mind and be with your mind, and then take it on from there as an adult. That's what I can say. Excellent people on board. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I remain humble with great humility and appreciate all of you. I cannot love you less. This is a special forum that I take very seriously when it comes to coming out here, because my personality, my name, my everything is at stake. So I take this platform very seriously. Thank you so much for your contribution to all of you. It's going straight into YouTube. So if anyone cannot watch it here, meet it back in the YouTube in the next step by midnight. It will go straight into the YouTube. Thank you so much for your contribution. Take care, all of you, and God bless you. Thank you. Bye for now.